Is the Sony A7 IV worth upgrading from the Sony A7 III in 2025? Let's break it down. Hello everyone, I'm Mike Visuals, and in today's video, I'm going to be comparing two of Sony's greatest release of cameras, the Sony A7 IV and the Sony A7 III. So Sony recently sent us some cameras a few weeks ago, and I was able to try out the A7 III, the A7 IV, the A7R5, the A7R4. So many, I had the opportunity of testing out and trying out different cameras, and in I think 2 videos ago, I had a review video where I spoke about the Sony A7R5 and talking about it for beginners, and people said, "Oh, I don't think it's a beginner budget-friendly camera." So yeah, today I decided to explore two of Sony's more budget-friendly cameras. Of course, whatever suits your budget, you can go for. So today we are exploring the Sony A7 IV and the Sony A7 III. The Sony A7 III used to be my former camera. This was my first camera as a Sony shooter, so I started shooting with this camera 2 years ago, and very good camera, great color science, very compatible, really fast camera. But I think that after I had the opportunity of shooting with the Sony A7 IV, when Sony sent me some gears to test, I knew that I was due for an upgrade, because of course the autofocus system in the Sony A7 IV was simply just amazing compared to the A7 III. So in terms of the camera body size, you can see, if you take a good look, you can see that the Sony A7 IV looks slightly bigger than the Sony A7 III, right? Of course, you can clearly see that. And in terms of the body grip, I think that I really enjoy shooting with my Sony A7 III. Really compatible, not heavy, but I think that the Sony A7 IV is just slightly heavier than the Sony A7 III, of course, right? What else? I think that the buttons here are pretty much the same. The only difference here I'm seeing is pretty much the same. Oh, okay, they're actually not so the same, because here we have a different menu or different button to change from video mode to picture mode, whereas here you had just one button to switch all through the different mode dials on your camera, as well as a different button here to the record button has been moved here as to where it was here previously. All right, what else in terms of the buttons? Aside from that, okay, they also changed the knob to move around. Okay, and then there's an extra button here for, I think it's for, when I looked it up, I think they said it was for exposure compensation. Yeah, so pretty much quite a few button changes in the Sony A7 IV from the Sony A7 III. Interestingly, right, the Sony A7 III has a tilt LCD screen, whereas the Sony A7 IV has a flip screen where you can flip and shoot. I think that I like that as an improvement, although to be honest, after shooting with the Sony A7R5 that has a combination of both, I really wish the Sony A7 IV had the combination of both. Oh well, still a very good camera. So hold up. Before we move any further, I want you to subscribe to my channel, leave us a thumbs up, like the videos, drop a comment, let us know what video you'd like to see next, because I'm trying to put more educative and educational content here on YouTube. I'm also trying to put more behind the scenes footage. So tell me what you want to see on YouTube, and of course we'll put it out. We'll work on it to get it to you. So the A7 IV has the inbuilt touchscreen action, where you can now navigate through your menu system, of course. And I really like the menu system of the Sony A7 IV. Really amazing system, right? I think that Sony really did well with the Sony A7 IV. I absolutely enjoy this camera, right? Whereas with the Sony A7 III, you could only, the touch operation was really limited. You could only do a few things. Not really. I mean, for this age and time, I think that you should be able to do more with the touch operation. So I think that upgrading from the Sony A7 III to the Sony A7 IV is a really good investment for any photographer and creative who is looking to explore the Sony line. You don't want to be changing cameras every 2 years, or every 1 year, or every 6 months, right? So you have to just invest in a camera body that will last you for a good period of time. So yeah, I think that making the switch from a Sony A7 III to the Sony A7 IV is a good investment. Should you upgrade to the Sony A7 IV? Here are a few things to consider. The Sony A7 IV has a better autofocus system. Of course, it also has the flip screen, which enables you to self-record. You can record yourself if you're a vlogger, or you're a content creator and you want to see yourself while you're filming, I think that this is a good camera to go for. Of course, for videographers, it also has the 4K 60 frames and 10-bit for cinematic filmmaking. I think that this is a good camera to invest in if you're a filmmaker, you're trying to create amazing cinematic looking videos and footages. You should go for this camera. Or do you want to stick with your Sony A7 III? Of course, this is a more budget friendly camera. I mean, you don't need to break the bank to purchase this camera. It still has really good performance under low light. I think that this camera, Sony really, they outdid themselves making this camera for photographers. Of course, it also gives you smaller file sizes because, of course, the Sony A7 III is a 24 megapixel camera, whereas the Sony A7IV is a 33 megapixel camera. So make the switch if you want to make the switch. For me, I think that you should make the switch to the Sony A7IV. By the end of the day, it's your personal decision whether you want to stick with the Sony A7 III or you want to go to the Sony A7IV. So I hope you found this helpful and educative, right? I'm going to try to do more reviews and comparisons on different cameras to let you know what I think my personal opinion is. But mind you, this video wasn't sponsored by Sony. This is just me giving my honest review on both cameras because I think I've personally had the experience of shooting with my Sony A7 III for a good period of time of 2 years, and I know the camera to a very good extent. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.